things too as well. I thought that you had the timing of the float, I thought was really good. What I was seeing though is I wasn't seeing two things. When you come through the ball, some of those you're passing this club head past the grip alignment point, and you're better off is when you get here, just especially in training, is to go ahead and just let that, because you'll feel when you float it, use your legs and you stop here, you'll kind of feel a few muscles in your left side start to develop. The other thing, the major thing that I thought, and what I saw, is as you went to float here, I'd see you float like this, so let me do this. And even shift your weight a little bit, so it wasn't that bad, but watch when I do this, I engage my knees. That's like when I swing back, I flex and shift. So I want to see a little bit more exaggeration there. That loads everything. Down the line, sometimes it's easier to see that. So if I was here, so if I'm normal stance here, as I go to float, you're going to see my butt kind of go that way and in this move. So it's at the same time. And that really kind of springs the core. So if you watch, I'll try to do this slow. Right there, you're going to see kind of the exaggeration is actually it too. So it's in a real swing, you're going to see these pros really, so most of the time you're watching pros, they're going to be swinging, from back in here, and they float it, and you'll see that. But obviously when you train in this first position, I still want to do that. In chipping, if you're doing chipping, I would not do that. But we're really building full swing here, so you want to add that in. So in chipping, it might look like what we call rock the knees, if you will. It's kind of like the shoulder. It's kind of like a high. When we talk about high right shoulder and low right shoulder, low right shoulder, it's more down and so forth. And same thing with the legs. When you do this in chipping, you might have just a little bit. You see, kind of, if you watch, there's not as much engagement. When I go full swing practice, even though it's short swing, see, I'm really sinking those legs. And if I have pants on, so I can even hear the sound of these pants when I do it. If I was doing it your way, it would be a little bit more. I don't hear the creases in the pants, really. So two things would be, when you get here and you float, engage the legs. Don't be afraid to engage. Here, I can hear everything moving right there. So I get here, and then as I move back into impact, really create that straight line on the left hip pocket, just like that. So I'm going to get it to where you can see the club head a little bit better. Okay, so it's here and there. There. Try, especially right now in training, try to really practice that over and over and over, even if you go longer. Many of these is your one a day. When you take that outside in the real world, you're going to, obviously the goal is to strike here and really maintain that. Don't let, when you strike, not too much passing here. So once you've hit this, I like it first to feel like you maintain the integrity of the strike. You'll see almost all the tour players do that. There's only a few. Fred Couples is one that you can really see it, where he strikes the timing impact point right here. And then there's this kind of this pass. Now, it looks like a flip, and most guys would say, I can't believe you can hit it. And it's phenomenal because he lays the sole of the club and the butt of the club right at the timing contact point. It's perfect. And then from there, you really can flip it and get away with a lot. But I would, for trajectory reasons, I think integrity of the strike, I would teach you to maintain this a little bit. So look, so I'm going to practice over here so you can see it here. Maintain that, and then there's some kind of a natural break, in my opinion. It's a little superficial if you kept going. So it's like if you can picture Zach Johnson, he hits here, and he just maintains the whole thing as he twists his shoulders. It's really hard to do. It's a great one to build up the core muscles in your left obliques for golf, I should say. and it's a great stretch for the spine. And I wouldn't probably tell you to hit the ball like that. It wouldn't hurt you. If you could do it, it certainly doesn't hurt you because you can have a nice flight on it. But a little more natural to hit, sustain about 2 or 3 feet here. So it would look like this, and that would eventually turn into kind of a natural passing of the club as you exit. But so I'm going to work this one more time so you can get a feel, just a few reps. So a few quality reps here so you can get a feel for what we're doing here. Okay, so your timing of your foot was really good here. I loved how you set the wrist back. I just want more engagement from the legs, squatting and pushing your butt back and your legs forward at the same time. So you're all 3 things at one time. That will collect the club. You drag the energy into the grip alignment point, which is a left hip flexor. Make sure the club face isn't turned one way. It shouldn't be, really. But you never know if your grip's not right or you're over-rolling. Right there. It's all good. We'll go a little longer. All right. Give that a whirl, and then it should be a lot better.